Happy Wednesday, y'all. It's time to reset. I am your host, Pastor KZ, with the All About Favor channel. Go ahead at the end of the video, comment, like, and share the video with other people. Please get the thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up, and please feel free to comment. Now, all this week I've been talking about Food for Thought Week, but today I am representing my attire is the Las Vegas Raiders. Y'all, they punched the Chargers in the mouth. 63 points they hung on them. Good job for you, Raiders. I'm hoping that your interim coach get that head coaching position. Now, let's get right into it, y'all. Thank you so much for all of the emails. Those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. It's some good content coming up. And I will admit, there's a lot of content I will be revisiting next year because the emails keep rolling in like, Pastor KZ, what happened with this? Or you need to go back and elaborate more. I will. Yesterday's video, y'all, I got 30 emails. 30. So thank you all so much. I didn't get a chance to answer every one of them, but I'll finish those up today. So thank you again. Now, men, some of you have emotional baggage. That's what we're going to talk about today. Some of you have an emotional baggage and you have issues where you are broken. Yeah, you're broken and you don't know how to connect with your wife or even connect with women. Yes, some little boys have grown up to be broken men. Now, this is a topic that's going to require me to revisit for sure next year. Because you know what? Women don't understand that men have brokenness. See, some men misbehaved or act certain way because something has happened to them that broke them. We oftentimes like to talk about women who are broken and got a lot of emotional baggage, but we forget that there are men out there who are broken and they really should not be in a relationship. And what happens when a broken man and a broken woman get together and reproduce children, and now you got a whole bunch of broken people living in the house, or a bunch of broken people who have left the house? Because there are just as many women walk away from a family and leave the children with the man because simply they just don't want to see him. And some women feel like if I take the children, that means I got to put up with seeing him. So I'm just going to walk away from it all, leave and start over somewhere. And now you got children with brokenness because mommy done left us. And it's the same thing with the men. Some little boys, y'all see so many things that either you start picking up these little habits or the men around you start telling you it's okay to behave a certain way, or you just come put in your mind that it's okay to talk to women any kind of way. And you mistreat them because you watched how your daddy treat your mama. Or some of you little boys never saw much of your daddy. He left the family. And now you got issues. I am no expert, y'all, and I'm no guru, but I can clearly tell when a man is broken. And a lot of women, you can tell you're dealing with a broken man just by the things that he does or how he speaks. Whenever, and I'm going to tell you something about me personally, when I hear a man badmouth his mother and just talk about her like she's a dog, my red antenna is up. My red flag antenna is up with him, because the closest thing to a man usually is supposed to be his mama. Some men, they will take you out if you say something negative about their mama. You just don't play with a man about his mama. Just like little girls, you better not say nothing about my daddy. Boy, you gonna be gone. You don't talk about my daddy. That's how we are naturally, because there's a saying that says the first man that a little girl falls in love with is her daddy. And the same with little boys. The first woman he has a crush on is his mama. And most little boys grow up liking little girls who remind them of their mother. Some men marry women specifically because his mother likes her and she has traits of his mother. If a boy has a bougie mama, he's attracted to bougie chicks, because that's what his mama is. Oh, don't nobody want to tell the truth about that, do you? If a boy has a very controlling, dominating mother who just runs the house, she's just a beast. He runs from those type of women. The first sign of a woman acting like his mother, he want no part of her because he hated how his mother was. Also, some little boys who watch how their daddy just sit back and be simps in the home and let mama run everything, and she talk to their daddy like he's a dog or like he's just stupid and an idiot. Little boys grow up, and if any woman has that behavior, he don't want nothing to do with you simply because he still got mommy issues. But for me, I am telling you, ladies, in particular to the women, watch how men talk about the women in their family. And if you find a man, show me a man that talks negative about the women in his family, especially his mother, his grandmother, his sisters. He talking about them and calling them all out their names. That's a man you should avoid. Avoid him like the plague. Or if he's a boy or a man who disrespects his mother, I don't care how old a man gets, the word of God says, honor your parents that the days be long. If a man is cursing at his mama and talking any kind of way, coming out of his mouth any kind of way with a woman, that's a man to avoid. That's a man to avoid, because you know what? No matter how nice and sweet he is to you, when he gets angry with you, that behavior gonna come out. That behavior is going to come out. And like I say, I'm not no expert on diagnosing things, but I do know a few things. You know what? Some of you men dislike women in your family. Let's go with that a little bit. Let's talk about your mother, your mama. Some of you try your best to beat down and punish every woman you get involved with. You have trust issues. You don't like a woman to correct you when you're wrong. You don't like a woman to just say, well, babe, I thought about I was going to make plans for us to do this. And you don't make no plans without consulting me first. Well, babe, I just said I thought about it, but I wanted to get your feelings on what you think about it. Well, I told you. And see, you done, as a man, you done gone all off on the wrong thing. Because she is bringing something to you, trying to communicate something with you, and you done gone and snapped on her. And you snapping on her simply because that's how your mother was. Your mother was domineering and controlling, and she ran the house. She made all the decisions, where you go, what you eat, what you do. And if, for heaven forbid, your wife or your woman exhibits that, you just go all off. When the problem really is you. You got some unresolved issues with your mother you have not taken care of. Some of you have not made closure with your mother, and she's already gone on home to be with the Lord. And you ain't even been back out to the cemetery to put no flowers out there because you're so angry with her. Some of you are still angry. You have, like I said, you have trust issues with women because somewhere along the line, you genuinely cared for a woman and she broke your heart. Some of you men, you stayed too long in a relationship and now you're angry. Man, y'all got to do better. Some of you men also have daddy issues. So as a boy, your daddy was in and out the house. If he was around at all, you may have seen your daddy once or twice, and your mama probably said, that's your daddy over there. Go over there and ask him for $1. Some of you, you're angry men. You are angry because you got daddy issues. There was no closure. Your daddy didn't take responsibility for you all. Your daddy didn't love your mama right. And for those of you men who love your mama and you watched your mama in there struggling, you have heard your mama crying at night and she wouldn't say a word. You have seen tears falling from your mother's face because she knows she's struggling. Your mama have put food on the table, and as you and your brothers and sisters sitting around that table, you wondering why mama not eating. Mama not eating because she want to make sure it's enough food left for y'all, so she going to turn down her plate. And then as one of the older children, like you the oldest son in the family, you turn down your plate just so your sisters can eat. And you grow up angry at your daddy because if daddy was here and he stayed here and took care of us, mama wouldn't have to go through this. Some of you have watched your mama go to work and she was sick as a dog, but she knew she had to go catch that bus and go to work. Catch the bus. That is what I said. Yeah, because some women don't have the money to Uber. Some of the women don't have the money to pay Lyft every day to take her back and forth to work. Some women can't keep her car insurance up, so she got to park the car and catch the bus to work. And you young men or you older men grow up seeing your daddy not taking care of y'all. And some of you boys grow up and be just like your daddy. Because some of you men out there, you got multiple children out there. Somewhere, somehow, some of those children they're lacking. I don't care how much y'all think it's funny when you hear about these entertainers. Oh, he got 12 kids or he got 10 kids. I'm going to be like him. You really think all 12 or 10 or 7 or 8, however many kids they have, and they're on TV shows, they making movies. You think about how much child support is for 12 kids. And you think about how many of those kids are not even in the legal system getting legal child support because he is still dealing with all of their mothers. Just to keep his name out of court, just to keep from having the courts to adjudicate an amount for them kids. So he makes nice with each one of the quote unquote baby mamas. You got 12 kids and 7 baby mothers and you cool with all of them. You all take vacations together. Girl, he doing that so you won't put him on child support. That's why he's being nice with you. And if you call him and say you need a new car, that's why he's doing that. But again, he can afford to do that. But what happens when he don't make no movies and the money dry up? See, some of you normal men who have normal jobs and real lives, who are not over there in Hollywood and all of those places, and you don't have a multi-platinum CD out, you working 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 7 to 3, or whatever for the city, the county, or wherever, or some company, and you is depending on a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. Now, you may think, oh, I make $3,000 a week. Right, but when you spread all of that out between your rent, your car payment, your truck payment, your car insurance, all of these other things, and you got 3, 4 kids to pay child support for, how much that really leave? How much that leave out of that $3,000? See, y'all looking at things the wrong way. Some of you little boys who grew up to be men, you have emotional issues. You have some anger issues. You have some unresolved grief issues. You have issues not making closure. You have issues seeing your daddy still walk around here. And he still don't own y'all. He still walks around like everything is good. And if you see him once or twice a year, that's a stretch. I don't care who you are, male or female. That affects a child, but it affects an adult child. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Some of you men have not claimed your children, and the woman got to go and force a DNA test. And then you find out 20, 30 years later that that's been your child all along. And now you're sick and you can't do anything for said child. But you expect this same said child to just band in and join in and just be a part of the family. You men better get it right, because you do not want to leave this earth and leave that. Because your record ain't clear. Men, straighten it up. These young men out here, these boys out here, these grown men out here got some emotional issues. And one of the worst things happens is when they get in a relationship with a woman. Because those issues that's going unresolved, it comes out. It is a reason why men act out. It's a reason why they're so angry. It's a reason men have an issue with committing, because they see their dad and they never commit to them. They see the men in their village not able to commit to one woman. Y'all, the focus is off. And also, I'm going to put this out there in your mind. Some of these little boys, and I'm going to say something that's very difficult. Not only are you suffering from being hurt or having abandonment issues, abandonment is a big thing. When you abandon a family, you abandon, as I said last week, when the little girls would say, "Daddy, where were you?" Just because you and mama didn't work out, you left us too. And some boys, some grown men, who in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s are saying the same thing. Where are you, Daddy? Where were you, Daddy? That's what I opened up Monday's show with, the scripture in the Bible from Genesis 3:19. God called out to the man, where are you? And some of you have that same question. Daddy, where were you? You left us. I see you with your whole new family, Daddy. And you treat them, those children over there, better than us, and them not even your stepkids, because you ain't even married to the woman. Or if he is married to the woman, you treat your stepson better than you do me, Daddy. And I was your firstborn son. And you wasn't there, Daddy. Daddy, I done good for myself. I didn't go to jail. I didn't get strung out on different type of alcohol and drugs. Daddy, I might not be perfect, but I'm here. Aren't you proud of me? But Daddy running all over the town, going to graduations and all of these other things with the stepchildren, or the new family he's created, and just left you all behind. And some of you are angry with that, and you get in a relationship, and some days you just go dark when you start thinking about it, man. Another thing is, a lot of men, y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm going to go ahead on and say it. You are very upset because you got some shame. You know why? Because there was a monster that your mama had in the house who violated you the same way he violated your sisters. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Can you imagine the men out there who have been violated and mishandled inside the home from one of mama's boyfriends that she had to pick up along the way just to help pay the bills? And he in there doing things to you. And you grow up overcompensating. I got to be a real strong man, or I don't want nobody touching me because of what happened to me. I don't believe, once again, I don't believe all men are no good. I just don't believe that. Auntie KZ, Pastor KZ, I don't believe that. I don't believe all men who are out there lying, cheating, scamming, manipulating, mistreating women. I don't believe all men are like that. I do believe that a lot of men who do these things and have these behaviors, I do believe something is broken inside them. Something happened to them when they was a child or a teenager. Something went wrong. And it broke them inside. And being a male, as the older men in the village were telling, boy, don't you cry, dry up them tears, dry up. You a man don't cry. Don't show no emotions. So these men grow up trying to be hard, trying to be tough, overcompensating, having all of these babies from women simply because they still trying to prove I'm a man. I'm a man because something happened to you or someone violated you to make you believe that you were something other than what you were born to be. So you are overcompensating in the wrong area. Y'all think about what I'm saying, because I know there's a level of truth to what I've said today. Y'all think about it, because you need to journal, men. Men, you need to journal. You need to get you a paper, a pad, a tablet or something and start journaling, because the journaling does help, because now this is your way of expressing some things. Get you a diary, get you a journal and start writing in it, men. And I will say this to all of the men who have purchased one of my journals that is on Amazon.com. Thank you so much that have indicated in your emails that you did start journaling last year when I was mentioning this and it helped you. I am encouraging you, men. You all need to start back journaling. And the reason why I emphasize this more so for men, because men don't like to talk sometimes. They don't want to talk. They can't say it out loud. They can't talk about it. Women, we are emotional. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell somebody in the village or tell our friends or somebody, something happened to me last night while mama was going to work with her boyfriend. Little boys ain't going to talk about it. Little boys ain't going to get on that school bus and say it. What happens is when you see that little boy go into a shell and he's silent and he's angry because something has happened to him. Men, please journal. Pick up you a journal, pick up you a tablet, and just start writing. Because you too can benefit from therapy. But right now, one of the first steps is to start writing your feelings down. And it's okay, man. It's okay to let your guard down and just be human. It's all right. Because I know some of you have not felt real love, man. Some of you don't. You don't express love because you don't. Your idea of what love is not what you grew up in. You grew up watching dysfunction. You grew up watching dysfunction. I said it. And it just passes on from generation to generation to generation. Some of you are very, very violent. Some of you men, you're very reckless with your hands. Very reckless with your hands. And no matter how angry you get, you should never put your hands on a woman. You are out of bounds. Again, as I said, I'm just saying some things I want you to think about. It's food for thought for you. So you can start the new year off saying, it's some things I need to modify. I need to change. I need to do better. And man, none of us get it all right. But what we all should try to do is do better. And that's all I'm saying to you, brothers. I love you, man. But some of you, you have tears that you won't shed. You have hurt inside you. But I am letting you know, being a beater, being a cheater, being reckless in any way towards a woman or your children, that's unacceptable. Do better. Y'all have a wonderful day. Get yourself focused so you can find balance. And one thing, it's nothing wrong with asking for forgiveness, true forgiveness, and showing remorse when you know you've been out of order. Y'all have a wonderful day. And remember, Auntie KZ or Pastor KZ, whatever you call me, I have nothing but love for you. I want to inspire you, encourage you, and empower you. Go ahead and write to me. walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you back tomorrow.